Alright, hey, showing off. I'm trying to remember which. I think this is my Troll Tricks build. Yep, Obelisk is there. So yeah, I'm showing off Troll Tricks. Um, it's not the best Ghost Trick deck out there, but like I am playing against Zexal weapons, and it is so funny. Like his name is Rage Quits. I love it. He goes card car. I'm fine with that because I don't really have anything, so I'm just gonna pass. And he's gonna go all in because he thinks he has the OTK. I'll admit it's a pretty awesome OTK, but like I just looked at that field and laughed. I just laughed because I had Jackfrost in hand. I was like, oh, you think you have the OTK? Like I kept checking every one of his cards. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to destroy your monster. I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm just going to set it face down. You lose all your attachments, and I'm not going to let you get it back. Um, so yeah, I go Jack Frost, and my opponent is just in the chat. He was like, "Oh, this is payback for me doing this to so many people earlier." Oh gosh, I love how he didn't rage and quit though because this was a fun duel. Um, and then yeah, I drew into the night, so I played swords. I'm glad I am a seed the royal decree because I do play a lot of traps. Um, So I did play swords just because I don't want him to flip his Utopia back up. I also played the ground collapse because he is playing an Xyz deck. I'm actually a little curious what other cards he has. But yeah, because he is playing um, Utopia, I want him to clog up his board as much as I possibly can. Um, so yeah, he's gonna go. So he's gonna go for his Him Goldfish. I'm gonna Needle Sealing. Um, I should have put the Ghost or the Jack Frost back face down because swords would have kept his Utopia down and saved this, but I was fine for it. So I flipped the Witch, and I'm gonna keep the Witch face up so that way he can't flip his monster. Of course, I can't attack over it. 2,000 defense, like seriously, and I don't have the house. So he's gonna go make his second Utopia. Um, he's gonna try to attack. I'm fine with that because I just wanted to set Spectre. The like I just didn't want him flipping stuff. Um, so yeah, I play Panic, flip his stuff face down. I'm gonna leave my stuff face up because now he only has the one spot. So he's just gonna try and attack over my things. I finally draw into the house though. Though I'm gonna flip his goldfish face down. And now he can't play anything because it's a Zexal weapon deck. You don't play any high rank or high level monsters. Like you play except Solar Windjammer. Um, but oh, he did have Photon Slayer, so he did sack the goldfish. So I was a bit sad about that. Though I did have Jack Frost, so I was able to set his card. Um, why he didn't flip his Utopias, though, I have no idea. At this point, I drew into all the ground collapses, which were a bit dead. Um, but yeah, like this deck, as long as I can keep your stuff face down, like especially against Zexal weapons or Gagagas or anything that loves to spam the field, as long as I can flip everything or go ground collapse and make it so you only play on the one square, like have fun with that because it's basically game. Like yeah, he plays Royal Decree just one turn too late because he would have that would have been a good out. He also did have Dark Hole in the deck, but it was like his third to last card. Um, but yeah, Ghostricks are pretty nasty. I'm the more that that I play them and mess around with the deck, the more that I really like them. Especially Jack Frost. Jack Frost is just way too good, especially for those OTK plays where my opponent's like, all right, I'll go all in. Um, but yeah, it's also like I don't I'm I normally never liked decks that said you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that's one of the reasons why I don't like Bujins. Um, but at the same time, Ghostricks, it's just like I'm gonna let you play. I'm just gonna make you think outside the box because there are ways around this. Um, like that's one thing that I've started realizing that I really hated about Sylvans was anything like Dimensional Fissure or Macrocosmos or Banisher of the Light, or was it Radiance? I don't remember. Anything that prevents me from sending cards to my graveyard, I that deck just lost. Because I couldn't get any effects off. And then so like like there was a tournament after the sneak peek, and I was playing, and I yeah my opponent sided those cards against me, and I was like, oh well. Um, no, he did side those cards against the Bujin players too, and yeah, Bujin's just straight up lost to that. Um, but yeah, it's like I actually like Ghostricks a lot more just because they actually don't revolve around the graveyard like every other deck that I've played. Like I've played Gravekeepers, and you lock your opponent out of the graveyard, but it's fun when you're not reliant on it. It's interesting, like all the hand traps. I love the hand traps, like Jackfrost, Spectre. Um, but yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Until next time.